Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video doing an unboxing, review, and side-by-side comparison of the Wahl Color Pro men's hair trimmer and their wired version as compared to the Conair version of this trimmer. I've been cutting my own hair for about a year and a half now, and I've been using the Conair version of this with good success for quite some time. However, earlier this week I went to cut my hair and I found that the trimmer in this set was no longer working. I took it apart, messed around with it, and tried to clean it. However, it still wasn't working. And so the other day from Amazon, I ordered the Wahl Color Pro in their wired version for about $35, and it arrived in the mail today. And so what we'll do in this video is first I'll show you the Conair version, show you kind of what comes in the packaging and the issue I had with that clipper. And then what we'll do is we'll walk through unboxing the Wahl Color Pro. As always, if you're interested in potentially purchasing either of these clippers, I'll leave links in the description below for where you can find them on Amazon. All right, so here are the two clippers side by side. On your left-hand side is the Conair version of the Color Pro, which you can get on Amazon for about $20–25. I originally purchased this about a year and a half ago when I needed a clipper in a pinch, and I got it from CVS for about $20. And then on the right-hand side is the Wahl Color Pro in their wired version. You can currently get this on Amazon for about $35. They also have a cordless version, which is about $40. I ended up going with the corded version just because I was worried about the longevity of the battery and having it potentially break with the cordless version. We'll look at this in a second, but we'll show you the Conair version. So the Conair version comes with this like little carrying case. It's a plastic case. It's pretty cheap, thin, flimsy plastic, but it does keep everything together. It's a little bit difficult to open and close at times, where you have to be very careful that this mechanism here clicks into place. But once you have everything kind of concise in it, it does store it pretty well. Within the packaging, I don't think I have everything here, but I believe it comes with combs as well as a scissor. You're going to have the actual clipper, very similar to the Color Pro. It's going to have color coordinated guards that list 1 through 8, and then they have left and right guards as well, and they list the actual dimensions of each of the guards here. So it's very similar to the Color Pro as far as the color coordination of that aspect of it. It's got a mechanism here, on-off switch here, and then there's a cord that's about probably 4 foot long. The guards themselves, this is what they look like, so they're very similar to the Color Pro. They have different colors here, and kind of they work for what you need. In general, this is kind of a cheap, affordable clipper that you can use for $20–25, and it worked very effectively for about a year. And then what ended up happening, I don't have it plugged in, but what ended up happening is when I went to cut my hair earlier this week, when I turned on the actual power mechanism, the guard or the trimmer would no longer move side to side. Essentially, it stalled and got stuck where it wouldn't cut anymore. I took this apart as far as the blade, and then kind of messed around with it, cleaned it out, oiled it, and everything like that, but it just wouldn't work. And so that's the reason why I purchased the Color Pro. As far as the Color Pro, the reason why I went with the Color Pro is it's really just cheap, affordable. It's $35 for the Color Pro. I got it from Amazon. I played with the idea of getting like a more expensive professional grade hair trimmer like the Oster Classic 76, or I think it's the Wahl 5-Star Legend or the Magic Clip. However, when I looked at reviews on Amazon, there were pretty mixed reviews as far as the source of the actual clippers. So if you look at the Oster reviews, I found that a lot of people were saying that they were either manufactured or remanufactured, reconditioned, or used clippers. And for me, as a non-professional, somebody that's just cutting their hair at home, I would not be able to delineate that. So I didn't want to spend upwards of $100 to $170 on a clipper that I really couldn't tell the difference and wouldn't know if there's conditional issues with it. So that's why I didn't get the Oster. However, then the consideration was getting the Wahl 5-Star. I played with that idea as well, but it was just very hard to delineate the quality and whether it was worth spending like anywhere from $90 to $120. So ultimately I went with the Wahl Color Pro just because it's cheap, affordable. My thought process was, if this breaks similar to the Conair version, I can just replace it for $35 and I wouldn't feel like I wasted a lot of money. So that's my rationale why I purchased this. Now what we'll do is we'll just get this box open. As far as the packaging, it's very straightforward. It has the actual model number. So it says the model is going to be 79300-1001M. It's the Color Pro in the wired version. The box doesn't really have anything beyond that. It's pretty simple. We'll just get this open. And then here's the actual inside of the box. So it says, thank you for choosing Wahl. This product was shipped brand new from the Wahl factory with security label applied to the outside. If it looks like the security label is broken, tampered with, then return it immediately. And so that's a nice feature. So it guarantees that you purchased it and you'll be satisfied with it. Their goals are for a 5-star review. They mention right here, and that's what they have here. Got information as far as their website, social media, but that's the insert there. And then here's the actual container. So very similar to the Conair version. It's a plastic case. We'll put the box to the side right now. And this is what it looks like. So it's basically a plastic case, very similar to the Conair version. Has a clasp mechanism here. It is a cheap, kind of flimsy plastic, nothing too special, but hopefully it'll hold everything together. And then inside the box, you've got some warning labels. You have some warranty information. They do list that this is a 5-year warranty. So if you have issues as far as the longevity and stuff, the fact that it's a 5-year warranty is nice. I never checked with Conair kind of what the warranty situation was, but because it broke and it was cheap, I'm not going to really pursue that. And this kind of lists different information as far as their corded home cutting versions. I'm not going to go into that there as far as the different models. They've got a kind of like I don't know what you would call it, a tarp or thing that you can put around your neck as far as protecting your hair. I'm not going to use that because I just vacuum and kind of sweep up at the end of this. And then they're going to have a package which is going to encompass all the different guards, the combs, as well as the scissors maybe. So what you've got here is all the different guards. I'm not going to go through them too much. So that's all the different guards. You've got 2 separate combs, one that's a larger comb and then one that's kind of this tapered comb. Both of them are kind of like a cheap, flimsy plastic, nothing too special. I would just go with a comb that you purchased that's a little bit more robust. Then you're going to have, let's see what else is in here. You're going to have a set of scissors, okay? You're gonna have a brush for kind of neck or hairline. You're gonna have a larger brush for hairline. And then you're gonna have a brush and oil for maintaining the actual clippers. So that's everything as far as the packaging. And then this is the actual clippers. So what we'll do here is we'll just show you what it comes with. So here, I'll zoom in. Okay, so here's the actual clippers. So it's got a guard on the outside. This pops off. This is what it looks like as far as the actual trimmer. It does have a lever here that's a little bit more tapered, so you can raise or lower that to a certain extent. And then they're very similar to the Conair version. It does have a key here, which is color coordinated, where it has each of the different colors, the left, right one, and kind of what the dimension is. So that's that. And then there's an on-off switch here. So as far as comparison, just immediately as far as reviewing this in response or as compared to the Conair version, I'll say that it is heavier. It seems more sturdier. The slide mechanism is smoother. It's not as choppy, and it doesn't seem as cheap. And then just the overall build and construction just seems a little bit nicer as compared to the Conair version. So it's going to be very similar to the Conair version, but basically it's just seems like a step up overall. And then very similarly, the corded version, at least, we'll look at this cord length, is going to probably be about like 4 feet based on the dimensions, but probably about 5 feet total. So that gives you plenty of space to plug it into the wall and then kind of go about whatever you need to do. And then comparing the guards, immediately you can tell that these are a little bit of a stronger plastic. The other ones are, the Conair version, are going to be a little bit more flimsy. I'm going to just pull those out so you can get a comparison. Right here. And so if you look at this, so this is their number 6, and the orange one I think is the number 6 on this one. Compared to the, or this is a 7, but compared to this, the Conair version is like a flimsier plastic versus this is a little bit sturdier. It's a little bit harder. It's hard to tell on camera, but this one is just a little bit cheaper made. This feels like a better construction as far as the Wahl version. It's just like a sturdier, harder plastic as compared to this like Conair version. So that's the actual clip, the guards, so they are a little bit different. The overall quality of the Wahl one is definitely better from that standpoint. And then I'm gonna just pull these trimmers out so you can show side by side, just so you can see that as well. But this is what I meant. So in general, the weight or heftiness of the clipper, this one is definitely lighter. It's probably about half the weight of the Wahl version. So there's pluses and minuses with that. So in general, it's lighter for this, so it's more easy to maneuver. However, it just seems cheaper in your hand. Like it feels like it's made of cheaper plastic, cheaper products, like that sort of thing. Here's the actual sliding mechanism. So as I described, this has like this click to it. So for the different stages, it basically has clicking, like this click aspect, and it's not very smooth, versus this doesn't have a click at all. So it slides in and out very easily, which is nice and convenient. And then the on-off switch is a little bit more nice for the Wahl version as well. So this is like kind of switch on and off, but this one's kind of like this slide piece. Not much beyond that is different. In general, I'll say that based on side-by-side comparison, the Wahl Color Pro is definitely a step up compared to the Conair version. It's definitely a better quality, better construction in general from my first impressions. Obviously, I haven't used it. Then in addition to the guards are just a sturdier, harder plastic, which is nice as well. So in general, if you looked at this side-by-side, this one is about $20, $25. I think it was like $23 on Amazon, and this one is $35. I'd say that from first impressions without using it, I would definitely go with the Wahl Color Pro. It just seems like a better construction, better build, that sort of thing. But we'll have to see with actually using it. And then the fact that the guards are a nicer quality as well is a nice feature as well. They do make a cordless version of this as well. So you can always look into that. The cordless version you can get for $5 more. The reason why I did not purchase that is because I was worried about the longevity of the battery, and that's one more component that can potentially break on this clipper over time. And so for $5 less, I was like, I'll just go with the corded version, even though it's kind of inconvenient and cumbersome to kind of like have to strap this to the wall. So either one is probably a good option. Overall, the look and build is probably very similar. So you can pick based on your personal preference. So that's all for this video. I'm not going to go through hair cutting. I'm not a professional. This is just for at-home use. Hopefully this video was helpful for those of you that are in the market for this. If you have questions, comments, post them below, but check out the Amazon link as well if you're interested. And as always, if you're interested in subscribing to my channel, hit the subscribe button now. So thanks for watching and have a great day.